Hello, everyone. See how many people like. Oh, hello. Hello, you are early. Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you, yes.
Okay, okay. So, guys, only 7 people in. We usually I will wait for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes for people to join. Um, do you want to do it early or you want to wait for more people to come in? And I kind of like my schedule today is like go through the slide a little bit, and then like in 20 minutes I will let you do the IO net part. Is okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. I can just sit and listen to you. That works for
Okay,
me.
okay. Thank you. So, guys, let me. This is a scheduled community call for Super Team Vietnam. So we do this every 6 p.m. every day. Um, so yeah, we what we do is that we let me. I will let you in later on. So 17 people. I will wait a little bit, like for more people to come, and then we can start. Let me turn off the let me turn off the effect. I can show you that I'm in the airport. In the settings, turn off the background. Okay, nice. I can see where I am. So I'm in the airport. I start lost count how many times I do the community call in the airport already. Okay, GM. I see people in here. Oh, we have one hackathon winner in here. Wi-Fi venue from Wi-Fi. How are you? How are you? Can you say something? How you feel about winning the hackathons? So Super Team Vietnam will have 3 wins. One win the student track is venue in here from Wi-Fi, and we have two honorable mention. Yeah, we will go through all of that in the coming few minutes. 22 people are coming in. Hello, Kevin. We are running the Saigon KMS route, so we have around 30 people come every day. It's quite nice. Like yesterday, we have a sharing session. Everybody welcome to the stage and share. And it started around 10, and then when I kept like look up, it's 1 p.m. already. Like people really share what they are doing and building, and we can start helping people to build project from now for the next hackathon by the end of October. So yeah, 26 people. Hello, Joe. So Joe and Ben Liu is also a winner as well. So Joe is with Laser Kid, and they win the have a honorable mention. Uh, so yeah, I will go 33 people. Maybe wait a little bit to 40, 35. Waiting a little bit. Okay, we have 43 people. I will wait for like 30 more minutes. Over 40 people is coming. Few minutes. Oh, I have something that actually very interesting. I don't have it on the slide because I just have that information like 30 minutes ago. So someone in Da Nang is offer super team a building. It's crazy, right? I'm like this is thanks to Rahim. So what we did let me tell the story. So this is kind of like something not in the slide, but the thing is like last few weeks ago we had to submit in Da Nang, right? Then Rahim he created a yoga session by the beach. And then we have a lot of people come to that. And there's one lady who come to that. She's a professor in Da Nang, but she's kind of like run several business as well. So she saw the energy and everything that Super Team is doing in Da Nang. So today she messaged me like, I have a building. I intend to use the building for liberal art, for technology, and a lot of different things. And the building is like empty right now. I don't want people to use it for restaurant or something because this is not what I intend to. And I see what Super Team is doing, and I really love it. What do you want to do? And I'm kind of like stuck with that question. Someone come to Super Team and offer like I have a building. I What do you want to do? So if you have any idea what you want to do, so give me the idea. So this will be really awesome. It just happened like 30 minutes ago. I have no idea. Free house. It should be something productive, right? I have no idea, but let's talk about it later on. Um, okay, let's do it. So hello, welcome everybody to the community call Super Team. We have this community call every week to share about win and everything that we do in the week. So let's go through. We have two sessions today. Win of the week, we have special guests, and then we have upcoming event. Or maybe I will do win of the week and some of the upcoming event in around 25 minutes, and then I can ask the guest to come today, which is the team from IONET. We'll have you like what is IONET, what is the hackathon they are doing, how cool it is, because it's like AI, how you can use IONET, which is okay. I don't want to spoil in here, but they run a decentralized network of GPU, and they have a lot of GPU power to run AI. And now they open that computing power for us to use to build something. So I don't want to go further on it. IONET in here, they can tell you guys what it is. Now let me go through win of the week and quickly upcoming event and ask the IONET team to come. So let's come to the winner week. First thing, congrats to all builders Super Team Vietnam who joined the Colosseum breakout. So you can see in here we have officially we have 37 teams join the Colosseum. Unofficially we have 42 teams, right? Because we have five another team which is like not coming from Vietnam, but we are very good friend of us joining our solar summer camp and startup camp in April, and also join the Super GG Game Accelerator program with us. So we have friends as well. So 42 in total. A lot of people from that win. They have a lot of win in that group. I think in the summer camp and everything, we have around 25 projects in the camp, and 6 to 7 projects. Each of them get something. Either they get like some even before the hackathon, they get some people get like a presentation on the VC day in the summit. Maybe I will do a follow up to see if anyone get investment. But later on, and some people get like go to Ignition in Singapore and join a 6 week program for founder, which is amazing, and a lot of other win as well. So have like 25% of whoever joined the camp got something, and especially in the camp we get like CFL. Okay, I will go to that part later on. Like CFL from Indonesia and from Japan, the they win the game track in this hackathon. However, let's go through this. So first, let's congrats Wi-Fi for winning the university track on the P track. Yeah. So over to 2,800 participants and more than 200 projects. Three teams make it to the top, and Wi-Fi got one. So congratulations to Wi-Fi and to Venue with this amazing work. So what is Wi-Fi doing? Wi-Fi is doing a decentralized Wi-Fi network. You can go to you can go to the X to see what they are doing. It is Wi-Fi and underscore, so no space in here. So Wi-Fi underscore FDN, and you can see what they are doing. They're doing a decentralized Wi-Fi network. If you are a digital nomad, you travel around and you have trouble finding Wi-Fi, they will provide a solution for you to find a Wi-Fi. But what is the special thing? Because that happened in Web2 already. The special thing is sometimes the Wi-Fi is not free and there's no incentive for people to turn on the Wi-Fi. So what they do is that they ask you to pay through token. And the token can be Solana. I mean, the price is good, but sometimes the token can be a little bit more fun. The token can be Jupiter token, Jup token, or maybe Bong token or something. So they are also working with meme community to spread this thing out as well. So again, congratulations to Wi-Fi and Venue. Also, the win is we got honorable mention from Colosseum to LaserKit. So what is LaserKit? Okay, LaserKit is they are building a solution for people to use Solana blockchain without a wallet. You just use the phone or your computer and you use the passkey. And now the passkey is a private key. Think how amazing it is because now when you can separate the private key and the public key, I mean now the public key is a, a smart contract wallet, and now the private key is the passkey. You separate that two, and now you create so many abilities that never happened in blockchain before. Think about, let's say I have a company, and now I have a wallet, which is a company wallet, and now I can assign each people in the company using the passkey to access the wallet and do something. And the rule is totally customizable. You might tell me like, hey, this is nothing new. I already see social wallet from Privy, from other company. What is so special about it? So Privy, they have a Web2 infrastructure for you to do that because you have the Google login and everything. So what they do is that their business model is that they charge the developer. I think the price is not cheap. However, LaserKit is different because all of the validation process is on chain, so they don't charge developer at all. They charge user a little bit, and they expect that because there's a lot of user using it, so the fee will be small. And actually, there's a incentive for them to keep the fee small because they have no infrastructure at all. I don't want to go into detail. I encourage you guys to try LaserKit and see what you can build this technology. The amazing thing is this is the base technology for you to build so many applications upon it. And the next screen is we have Diane Roshawa from Colosseum Breakout as well. So what is Diane? If you follow my Twitter, you see that last night I have a dinner with executive from VNPay. So if you in here know VNPay, so one of the biggest uh, what is that? Technically, they call themselves fintech, but no, they call themselves, I don't remember. They have a certain term called this kind of company. They are not bank, but they kind of like provide infrastructure for people to use the bank easier. They call themselves fintech, but there's another term that I totally forget. And they are very surprised that we can use like crypto to fiat so smoothly with Brian. So yeah, kind of like open their eye on like how crypto can change daily people life. Because for Ryan, let's say foreigner come to Vietnam, tourists come to Vietnam, and they have no bank account, and they cannot go to, let's say, go out to the street and buy some food, some bánh mì, right? And they don't have bank account, and they cannot use card as well because people on street they don't use, let's say, card payment. There's only QR code, and now you can use Diane to scan the QR code. But it is amazing. So shout out to Guyana. I don't want to leak the number in here, but I know that statistic. They already their GMV is already few $100,000 per month, which is crazy. Think about it. They just started like 2 months ago. Now they kind of like few hundred dollar GMV, $200,000 GMV every month. I expect that Diane will be like GMV will be few million in a very short time, and few dozen million in kind of like in this quarter or next quarter. So that is like will be growing very fast. Very bullish for Diane. That's Sarah from Colosseum Breakout. Yeah, we also very happy to support CFL. So if you know about CFL, this the we like we they come to us after they come to us after the Sonic hackathons, and they become friends, very good friends with our community, right? So I remember that we have the football match sponsored by CFL, which is like the first ever football match in Super Team Vietnam. We also have session like in the boot camp, and then we play CFL together by the end of the camp. It was so fun. Yeah, and it's no surprise for me that CFL wins this. And guys, Super Team Vietnam is bullish on game as well. We are hosting the game jam. We'll talk about it later. I'm not sure it's in the slide, but we are hosting the Solana Game Jam too right now. So if you go to solanagamejam.com, you can see the information about Game Jam. I know that like in blockchain right now, when we talk about game, investor is like, this is no. However, we think that no, game will find its big moment in Solana for sure because you have retail people in here, you have so much talent in here that know how to do consumer product. So game will find its moment in Solana very soon. Uh, yeah. Also, mass congrats to Ludo because Ludo joining our Super GG Game Accelerator program. Yeah, a game again. Like we are bullish on game. We build from the late 2024. We already built a game accelerator program kind of like game competition rather than accelerator. We build game competitor program from mid 2024, and then we have the game accelerator program in earlier this year. We have several teams win a lot of things in the game accelerator program, and we have Ludo to win the mobile track in uh, in the Colosseum hackathon. So congratulations to Ludo as well. So Ludo is a Japan team, and also I think CFL is a Japan team as well. So yes, Vietnam is welcoming every project to come here. Uh, so we just come here, you build in here, you work with us because for us, it's nationality doesn't matter. Nationality is just something, just the old thing that people make up, right? People make up border to prevent us to move around. That is the old thing that the countries do. But for Super Team Vietnam, for Solana, we don't have that notion. If you want to do something in Solana, you want support, come here to Super Team Vietnam. Our community, supporting you all the time. Like like CFL and Lugo and so many other projects like eSIM, Go Cup, and many other projects from so many other countries as well. Yeah, you can go to our X and see the the article from vision to victory. That is in Super Team Vietnam X, and you can read the article and know about all of our project. Win or lose, it doesn't matter because you know this is all about like you learn something, you move on in your journey. Let me tell you my story. It's kind of like this is for the one who didn't win the hackathon 2013, so it's like 12 years ago. I win a startup competition in Vietnam. At the time, it's one of the biggest one. I win the third prize, and like, oh, amazing! Now I'm semi KOL now. I win a startup competition. I got money prize. I got a lot of things. But a year later, I go bankrupt. Why? Because I lose. I'm kind of like I forget that I'm doing a startup, and doing startup is doing business. It is not competition. When I win, when I won that, I thought that okay, I can actually go all in and become big. But I forget that I have to wait for the timing for the market because at the time I'm doing something very innovative, but the market need a little bit few years to wait because I'm doing like children content in 2012, which is like mobile app and everything, and people use it. People don't really know how. People don't really pay for it, especially in Vietnam. We are a little bit too early, but I was very young. I was 23 at the time, and I think like, hey, I can 24 at the time. I think like, hey, because I won the biggest contest, startup contest in Vietnam. I feel invisible. I can do everything. Then I just tell my friend that let's go all in. We close at the time. We still have other business division to support ourselves. But then I tell my friend, let's go all in. We close everything. We do a little bit fundraise, and then 6 months later, I mean like 6 to 12 months later, depend on how you have like see the winding down of the project. And officially 1 year later, I go bankrupt and I have to close that. So competition is not real life. Winning a competition is great. You have the validation from the whole ecosystem. You got the support, everything. But again, guys, if you don't win it, you don't win. It doesn't matter because it's not real life. And actually, if you don't win and you show consistency, you show that you show up to deliver, then I think people even like recognize you more than like someone win but then do not deliver. Again, win or lose, it doesn't matter because this is competition. For me, hackathon is a sprint. It's a checkpoint for you guys to see. Okay, I don't want to be like building, but there's no checkpoint. It's a little bit hard for me to see the result and everything. We are very lucky to have Colosseum Hackathon twice a year. That is a big checkpoint for us to kind of like look back, reflect, and then we move stronger. And whatever you are building, it is Super Team Vietnam here to help you to build and to win. Yeah, and talk about Super Team Vietnam support for you to build and to win. We're just passing 4 days of Solana Camp Saigon 2025 with a lot of fun. We have friends from every corner of the world. We have someone from the UK, from Korea, from uh, Russia, uh, from India. So many places around the world come here and deal with us in here. We have a lot of fun, make a lot of friends, and we learn a bunch of things as well. And yeah, we are starting, and now it is June. It's July now, and we are starting the campaign for the next hackathon by October. Because I think about it's like sprint. We start the sprint now, and like now we are doing this camp in Ho Chi Minh City. Next month we go to Hanoi, and next month we go to Da Nang, and we will help you to build and to be ready for the next hackathon. Also to help you like to be ready for fundraising and everything. Whenever state you are, you come to Super Team Vietnam. And also the win number two is like let's welcome our new Deputy Captain, anh Nguyên. So he's the one that he's the mastermind behind all of the Deputy activation that we have done in the last few months with Super Team Vietnam. And now he officially become a member, and he will take care of the Deputy movement in Super Team Vietnam. So thank you very much, and we're going to see more activation on DP on Vietnam. There's two types. I think we can see hope to see more DP startup coming from Vietnam, and we see more DP startup, international DP startup go into Vietnam market. So yeah, come up for Anh Nguyên, and I'm so hard to see what is going to happen. We also have a green in Vibe Coding Fundamentals and workshop in June 28th. Yeah, so it's a workshop about AI and vibe coding. Especially now, Lyman is a product manager in Dapper Fund. He's going to channel all of the knowledge from all the work company to Vietnam to our community in here and show us how to build a really big business. So so big win for Lyman and big win for I think Lyman and Long Leo from Square. And next win is we kick off the game name 2 with a lot of fun. You can see there's a lot of fun in here. And the game name 2 will officially start in July 14th in around 11 days. But we kick started. And now if you're a gaming team, go to solanagamejam.com and you can see what is going on there. And you can start now. We also have another event, another win. Adele helping our developer in here to how to craft the CV and everything. Because Super Team is not only about founder, we're about people looking for job as well. Because both are providing value to the community, and we have Adele to help people with CV and everything. This is a monthly event, so you follow Super Team, especially our Luma and slash Super Team Vietnam. There you can see information there. Okay, I have like go through it really quick and go to the special guest, but maybe I will do the next week event very quick, so IONET team will have more time. They don't have to be like uh, you don't have to like finish quick for me, so I can do the next week event. So maybe wait a little bit. Iso, wait a little bit. Let me choose the upcoming next week event, and then I give the step to you. So upcoming next tech event is we are running the Solana camp. If you're in around Ho Chi Minh City, join us. We have 2 day more in here. And in Hanoi, what happened in Hanoi? In Sunday, you will see the Web3 started back again in Hanoi, and they talk about stablecoin. That will be an amazing session. So yeah, go there and join us. If you're in Ho Chi Minh City, we have a camp for you. If you're in Hanoi, we have a workshop for you. So what about Da Nang? Actually, we paused a little bit because the building is repairing in our floor. So we will be back like next week. And yeah, we are running now the Solana Mobile Hackathon from July 1st to August 4. We will update the community with more events because we are going to do a lot of activation for Solana Mobile Hackathon. And yes, the game jam from July 14 to August 11. Okay, thank you. And see you on Solana Vietnam. And now I would love to bring Angel on stage. Angel, are you ready? I think you mute.
Test, test, test. Can you hear me?
Yes, I great. I can hear you.
All right.
You can share your screen. You can share your screen and bring your
Yeah, let me
slide
do
in.
that. All right. Can you see now? Can you see?
I can see, but wait. I have to take 1 second from you. I see Van Lu say
Okay.
that when someone in a certain area win, there will be a PS5 in the office. So I think Da Nang win. Okay. So as I promised, I had to pay with my pocket a PS5 for Da Nang office. So congratulations to all you guys in Da Nang. There will be a PS5. Okay, and so you are in now. I have to announce that I lost money.
Can I play the PS5?
Sure. If you in Da Nang, then yeah, it will be there in the office.
All right. I'll come up and see you, and I'll beat you at, I don't know, FIFA or something. So hello everyone. My name is Enzo. Today I'm going to be talking about really what we want to do is we want to promote the IONet hackathon. But the way I'm going to do that is to give you a very, very quick and basic tech tutorial on how you can actually use IONet in your applications, in your agents, in whatever you want to do. So this is the hackathon. I will talk about that at the end. And I'm assuming a lot of you guys are on phones. So if this is too small, I'm really sorry. But let's get going. So essentially, IONet has a range of different AI applications that you can use. Today, I'm going to be focused on IO Intelligence. And essentially, what IO Intelligence is an AI infrastructure, an API platform. So what that means is that you can use the IONet services in your AI applications. Okay, and today I'm going to be focused on this API. So just going to go right through it. Essentially, the way that I use these things, I use IONet Intelligence is through the API key. And so the way you do that is first you'd make an account, very basic. And then from the IONet platform, you can have all these different options. There's models, AI agents, API keys. Let's actually quickly go through this. So IO has a range of different models. So it has DeepSeek, Llama, Gemini, has all these different models, and you can use any of these in your applications. You just choose the one you want. You can also have some free credits. So for example, in this demo today, I didn't have to pay any credits to use it. They give you a free allocation. So that's good. So these are the different models that you can use. And today I'm going to be showing you how to use the API key. So essentially make your account, go to IONet Intelligence, and then click on this create new secret key. And this would be private. For this demonstration, I'm going to create the key. You guys will be able to see, and I'm just going to delete it right after. Again, I have no money in here, so I'm not really worried about it. First step, create new key. You just do like test key or something. Okay, and then create secret key. And so what it's going to do is it's going to give you this, which is your API key. So essentially, this is your password. This is how you're going to access the IONet system and get access to the LLM. So with this API key, I'm going to copy it. And there's several ways you can use this. In this tech example, I'm going to be using a, let me show you what it looks like. So right here, in this example, essentially, I'm going to be doing this, which is a call directly to my through my command line. Okay, so you can see here using the API key, and this is on docs.ionet/docs/ hard to see, but it's the same thing. Content, application, authorization, same thing here, right? So content, application, authorization. And I'm going to be putting my key is right here. Let me just delete all this just to show you it live. So I'm going to essentially delete all of this junk here, and I'm going to put in this new API key. So again, if you were going to use IONet, you would do the same thing. You would go to your account, you would make a key. You can put your key into a command like this. And in this situation, here's the API we're calling. Here's the key you're using. in this situation, I'm going to be asking this question here. Give me 5 business ideas that a person can use in a hackathon that utilizes APIs for an LLM. Okay, so essentially you do that. And just like ChatGPT is going to take this question and it's going to compute it through its LLM, it's going to give you a response. Okay, so let's give that a second. It's kind of thinking. It's contacting the IONET server. And then hopefully in just a second, you'll see a bunch of stuff pop out. Did I click enter? There we go. Oh my God, that's a lot of green. I'm not going to read through that, but essentially this is your response. So the question is, okay, well, that's cool and all, but can't I just use ChatGPT? Can't I just use Gemini or something? You can. So essentially that was the exact same thing as what would happen if you're going to use Gemini. Okay, but the key difference here is that if you're a developer, you can actually use this key to build this into your systems, right? So this is kind of like level 1. But if you want to level up to level 2, you're actually going to be building a program. And for this tech tutorial, I've done that already. So essentially, this is a program I developed, a very, very simple program. You can see it has the same setup, right? It has that API key that we're just talking about. It has the API endpoint. It has the model that we're using. In this example is Llama 3.3. Okay, so it's the same thing as I just showed you, but I've built a little bit more on top, right? So I have an index file here. This is going to be a homework helper app. So essentially, I built the HTML as the interface. We have a script which is going to compute all of the information that we got back and some styles. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that it's kind of like level 2. You have ChatGPT just asking a question. And in this situation, we have an app. So I'll show you what that looks like. This app is this, okay? And you can see here, I know this is a little bit small. Can I make it bigger? Big. I can. Okay. So you can see I have the console logs here to show you what's happening. Essentially, it's doing the same thing, right? It's calling the API and giving a question. So let's just do 10 just to show you. So if I enter this, it will check that answer. So it's going to call. It's going to give me a new question. There we go. So I got the question wrong. Blah, 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 blah. It called a new answer. Okay. So essentially what I'm showing you here is that through this API key, you can either call directly to the IONET server like you would for ChatGPT, or you can use this key and build it into whatever application that you're interested in building. And the reason why this is important is because, again, IONET has a hackathon. And so just like I showed you using the API key building an application, you could do the same thing. You could build something amazing. The sky's the limit, whatever you can imagine. You could build it, and then you could register for this hackathon, and you could potentially win $25,000 to spend on your new business. Okay, and then I'm just going to wrap up this tutorial by showing you how to sign up for this hackathon. Essentially, you can go to the IONET website. Right here, it is io.net/hackathon. There's a button here, register, and go through this process of registering. It's really basic. I think there's something like 6 questions. So, put your name. I have a bunch of fake emails here, so let's just go with one of those. Country of residence. When you do this, make sure you put in Vietnam because, represent Vietnam. Next one here, put in your Telegram handle, your experience. So this is your GitHub repo. For now, I'm just going to do maybe NA. And I think there's 6 steps, sort of intro, NA. And of course, you'd want to fill this in, right? But I'm just doing this really quickly. Skill set, dev. Oh my God, so much. NA. Okay, I think that's it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there's 12 steps. I was wrong, not 6. So go through that, then you have applied. And the last thing I want to say before handing it back to Hugh is we actually have a promotion right now. If you sign up, then we are giving, let's see, where is it? Oh, sorry, before I continue, here's the information, right? So we have Vietnamese here. Right, so you go in up to 25,000. The idea is you will use the AI agents in your systems, just like I showed you. And it's completely online. So if you're in Vietnam, anywhere in Vietnam is okay. You could be outside of Vietnam. And we have different tiers for the winners. And the final thing I want to say is we will, right now, we have a promotion. Anyone that registers for this event can get a $5 reward. Okay, so to do that, essentially, you need to join this Telegram group here, io_devhub. You also need to apply, like I showed you. And once you've done that, you should contact I am Lala through this group and give her your email. Okay, and then at the end of the hackathon, everyone that has participated in this, we will send this $5 reward. Okay, so again, I'm going to stay on this slide just for a little bit longer so you can see. Essentially, again, if you want to get this reward, you should join this group. You should submit to the hackathon and contact Lala with your email. Okay. And that's pretty much all of my presentation. Mr. Hugh, do you have any questions?
Yeah, can I share the slide to other people in here? I got the link. Can I?
Yeah, sure. I think we can. Yeah, I will send that to you in Telegram. Okay.
I think I have the slide link.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's shareable. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can share that. Okay, I will give this to you right now.
Yes.
I know I went through that really, really fast, but I know this call should be shorter.
No. You can, if you have more time, we'd love to hear from you. We'll have around 15 minutes.
Okay. Do you want me to post this link into the chat or give it to you? Or what should I do with it?
You can post a link in the chat and I will highlight it and everybody can see it.
Okay. I'm actually going to send it to you because I don't know which thing to send.
Yes.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm so excited about this is I think with those API keys, with that access to the LLM, you can build anything. You know, the sky's the limit, right? I showed you like a homework helper. The idea was if I'm bad at math, then I can use this LLM to help me, right? But it could really be anything. Like imagine, I don't know, if you work in food and beverage, maybe you could build some sort of AI agent that you take a photo of your food and it scans it and gives you the calorie count or whatever. You know, whatever you want to build is possible with these API keys. And the cool thing about it too is that like by building this, you can also be entered into this hackathon and win a ton of money, which is also nice. So
Yeah.
for me, it's very exciting.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, I think we are doing the mobile hackathon. So there's a Solana mobile hackathon. You can use IONet to build mobile
Hey,
app
there
as
you
well.
go.
That's the one stone win two birds, right?
Yeah, kill two birds, one stone.
Yeah. So I think we can use like React.js because we have a lot of React Native things. And then it will be like very easy to build.
Oh, sorry. I do have one more thing to show. Let me quickly share my screen again.
Yes, sure.
I just wanted to show that IONet also has a visual agent builder. Let's see. There we go. So right here, I forgot to show this. So we have a agentic workflow editor. And essentially, this will allow you to, instead of, if you don't know coding, right? So I showed you my example and I wrote this code here. If you don't know how to do that, that's fine because IONet has a visual workflow editor. And so this example here, I know it's really small, but essentially we have the model here, which is Llama 4. We have an agent. So the model is feeding into the agent. Whoa, the model is feeding into the agent. You can have tools like get coin quotes. There's a bunch of different things you can do here. So if you are not good at coding, that's totally okay. You can still enter this hackathon and you can build with the agentic workflow editor. And this is super powerful. It's not just getting coin quotes. It's all sorts of things. So if you're interested in this, this is called agentic workflow editor.
I have a few questions related to this. So, is it fair to like compare you with other AI agent in the model? What is the special thing and anything? Can you share more about that when people try to compare?
Sorry, comparing IONet with
Let's say
similar
Claude,
blockchain competitors or
yeah,
like ChatGPT?
yeah, like Claude and like for example, I'm a developer myself. So I use Claude, and I use like with that I use oh, I forget it. I use the one from GitHub, GitHub Copilot, but I stopped using it for a while. So yeah, maybe
Okay.
can you do some compare and contrast for people like me who traditional developer use AI, other AI model to use this? What is the pros, con, everything? Like can you do some comparison?
I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could plug in your Claude API key into IONet, and you could run your agent through that. But one of the
I see.
benefits of IONet is that all of these LLMs they're open source and they're already deployed into their systems, and so the cost to run these is much, much, much lower. So if you compare this to buying API tokens from Claude or from ChatGPT, it's going to be much cheaper than that. So if you're going to scale your business, right? If I was going to build a business, for example, scanning food and counting calories, I wouldn't really want to do that with a Claude API key or a ChatGPT API key because the cost, if I'm going to scale that business to 1 million people, the cost would just be crazy. But if you're running it through these open source models via IONet, the cost is much lower.
I see.
But the flip side to this, though, is I will say that the cutting edge models, like if you're thinking about, for example, whenever I code, I also use Claude. I think those are probably more up to date than the open source models. And so if you really want to have very precise code, I do think the open source models these days, they can code just as well as, say, Claude, but Claude is technically better if you're looking at the metrics. But I think it depends on what you're building. If you're going to build something like scanning and calorie counting, you don't need the best of the model. What you need is cheap. You need fast and cheap, and that's what IONet can provide.
I see. I think that is a very big selling point, because it's not only about like using IONet to code as well, right? Because in the application, sometimes we can use the IONet model to like generate something for the user as well.
Correct.
So it's going to be very convenient. We have a team in Super Team Vietnam. Maybe they are doing something very interesting, and I think it's just like get the headline recently is HTTP 402, which is like payment required. Because we come up with a question is, you write whenever you write into the blockchain, you have to pay something, which is gas fee. What about reading? Because reading is free, but it's actually not free, and it's actually true when it comes to AI. Because the headline recently is Cloudflare. They now come up with the idea that if you use an AI model and you cron someone's website, it's going to be so a 402 and ask you to pay something. Then yeah, I think it would be like a good idea for someone here to try to build and use AI as well. Because if you can somehow upload the code of the AI, upload the cost of the AI to the user through token and something, it would be really cool. Because I'm a kind of like what I kind of like, it is unfair for developer to pay for you for everything. Because if you let developer pay for read and write, you go back to Web2, and then the user is the product. And now if you can ask user to pay as you write and as you read, then actually user is user. User is not product anymore. So yeah, I think this is one thing that can encourage people to build as well, because like we are exploring 402 and see how we can like implement it in real life. It's just an idea now.
The blockchain is just a giant set of data, right? And I think AI thrives, the more data you give it, the better it's going to be. And so there is this intersection of AI and blockchain. There's a lot of potential there. It kind of does scare me though, because the biggest potential here is for tracking transactions. Like you can run an AI model through a blockchain and it could tell exactly who paid who, when, and where. And this is not necessarily good for decentralization. So then there are some blockchains out there that do specialize in AI. And a lot of these have like native encryption to prevent this type of thing from happening. So anyways, that said, I think there's a lot of potential there. If you're actually be looking at how can I use AI to read and write from the blockchain, I think that there's a lot of potential. And who knows? And I also think that crypto and micropayments will be the future of how AI interacts. Maybe like we pay gas, right? But if an AI agent is going to read your information, instead of you paying gas, maybe your AI agent has an allocation of tokens and is going to spend those on your behalf. And in that situation, you've already put them aside, so you're comfortable to spend those tokens to read that information, especially if it's a very small amount of money. So yeah, who knows what the future will be? But we're here to build it. We are the ones that are going to create it and build it and profit from it. So it's exciting.
Yeah, guys, I already asked him to give you one idea to build. So yeah, I think like maybe we can like carry on few conversations with like to wait for anyone from the audience have any question. But I'm talking to one AI company in here, and they are especially when I talk, I tell them that I'm come from blockchain background, and they ask me like, now we're exploring MCP, like how agents talk together, and they're exploring how they can use blockchain to validate the agent. Because they tell me that one of the applications they are building now is helping companies to talk together. Let's say you have one company do one thing, another company do other thing, and this company want to, let's say, make a deal. But then in the between, maybe it needs to make a deal with several other companies as well. The context, maybe you buy something, and maybe to buy this thing, you have to buy the other thing, and you have to book the logistic company in something. And then the question they ask me is like, okay, how can I use blockchain to make sure that the information comes from the correct agent? Because otherwise it becomes serious. Yeah.
I
There's
mean, have you
a lot
seen
of
it's called TEE, Trusted Execution Environment?
TE. Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so this is the idea with that, where everything is verifiable, because Goat, right? Goat was technically the first AI created token. But when you really look into the code, it was the owner of the Goat protocol. He actually clicked his buttons. So the trusted execution environment, it runs everything autonomously, and you can verify it by checking the logs. So something like this could happen on the blockchain. Instead of having them be logs in a server somewhere, it could be each time something happens, it has like a microtransaction on the blockchain to record these things. You could even bundle
Yeah,
them and roll them up and put them all in a chunk, like
yeah,
zero knowledge proof type stuff.
yeah. Agree. So many things can do. Like for example, like last year, last year I built like before I go to Super Team Vietnam, I have a side project. I built a decision making tool. So like you have a canvas, you can drag and drop how many steps you want to do to make a decision, and you can click on each step like who will make what decision, who will vote and what condition, and then we like connect them together. And it turned out like it's too difficult for human to turn let's say a word of text, which is let's say you build an organization, you have some rule, something in your organization, and I ask them to turn that into a workflow, and they always like, no, I don't want to do that. It's too complex. And now we have AI, we can actually turn that crazy idea into reality. We have so many things we can do with AI and blockchain in here, with the trusted execution environment that you mentioned. So I
Yeah,
don't see, yeah.
I
Would
was
you
supposed to say, I
like,
also think that AI is making me a little bit lazier. So in terms of making
yeah,
workflows, yeah, I'm too lazy to do that. One thing I also don't like doing is, I run my own business, and so we have to keep track of accounting. Every time we spend money or get money, we have to log, where did it come from, where are we spending it? And I'm too lazy to do that. So these days, I go to Slack and put a message, and then every couple months, I just copy everything, copy paste, put it into ChatGPT, and I say, hey, ChatGPT, look through this information and tell me, are we making money or losing money? But really, that's not the best way to do it. I'm just too
yeah,
lazy to actually read and do the math myself.
yeah, I see, I see. I agree with you. I cannot let I can ask AI to do like, let's say very things that need accuracy. Now I'm scared to do
Yes.
that. I can ask AI to do something like uh, that is kind of like direction. It's okay, but thing with
Mhm.
accuracy, no.
Yeah. One thing I've been doing is, for example, this example of me copying all the messages and pasting it into the LLM. You're right. It may not be accurate, but what you could do is you could use AI to make a script, and then this script is going to run through this information, and then that's
Yeah,
a little bit more accurate than just copy paste.
I can tell you one scary example I did last year in the UK. So I was with Super Team UK, and it can be an idea for people to build as well. So we build a Telegram bot, and I asked some team is like, hey, can I got your consent, because now I will add my chatbot in here, and what it do is that every time you say something, it will record and send it to database. And every 24 hours, I will send this text into the AI and ask the AI to summarize. So kind of like every day when we have a conversation, we have summary of whatever we are doing with you. So it reduces our workload. Let's say we tell someone that we commit to do something, but then we forget about it, and then the AI can recommend us, because we already, when we summarize, we already have like what is the action, and now the AI writes the action down. Yeah,
So
it's a
for
little bit,
this, how did you
yeah.
comp the LLM component of that? Were you using an API key, or how did you actually do this?
Oh, it's very easy. So the way I do it is like, I every time you chat, I record the message, but then I detect the distance between two messages. Let's say you text me 8 a.m. today, and then I respond you 30 minutes later. So for me, it's still one conversation. But if you reply me like 2 days later, it is not one conversation. So based on the time, I kind of like group everything in conversation. And now, after 24 hours, I take conversation and I give it to the AI, which is I have API key. I give it to AI, and the
Okay.
prompt is like summarize this and turn this into action and send me some note, and then AI do it for me. It was like
Okay.
it was kind of like okay, but we don't turn it into production, because we realize that um, asking everyone permission for like adding the bot in, and this is kind of like weird sometimes. But
Yeah.
maybe I don't kind of like really the tech work, but we maybe we just don't follow that experiment to the end because we kind of like do other thing as well. But yeah, but maybe something you guys can build as well to build a chatbot that track everybody commitment when they talk to you. I don't know. Can be a thing.
I mean, one thing that's important to always think when you're building something is how are you going to make money from it? You know, what is the monetization strategy? Sometimes I can build this really cool thing, but no one would pay me for it. And I think
Yeah,
that that's something you should always put into the equation is like, you know, okay, yes, it's helpful, but how helpful is it? Is the person willing to spend money on it? In your
yeah,
situation, maybe if I'm a community manager and I'm having to write these summaries myself, if I have a bot that does it for me, that saves me an hour, well, then it's worth money to me, right? Because I get that hour back and I can spend that doing something else.
yes, yeah. So yeah, so that's why we have a hackathon like this, right? So people have
Mhm.
a chance to try this thing out. So guys, I paste the link in the chat. You can see the link in the chat and also in the screen in here. This is the link to the presentation that Enzo do in here. So it's 7 p.m., nearly 7 p.m. So if there's no other questions, so thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, and thank you for introducing the hackathon to us. Thank you very much, Enzo.
Yeah, no worries. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye guys. So guys, we also end the community call. Thank you very much for joining. If you have so again, we are running several activities right now. We have the IO hackathon with the hackathon with the IO team. We have the Solana mobile hackathon, and we are running the Saigon camp right now. And next month, someone asked me about what about Hanoi. So next month we will run the Hanoi camp as well, 7 days. So stay tuned and follow Super Team Vietnam for more activation. That's what we do. And see you next time.